Hello, 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 hello. I know there's nobody out there yet, but I said hello anyway. And don't you forget. Allison, hey, sweetie, how you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? What you up to? You sure propped in awful fast. You must have been waiting for Grandpa, weren't you, huh? Brad Alston, hey there. Hey, my day's good. My day's been good. Excuse me. Ah, so that's where you've been. I wondered where you went to. How is it down there in Florida? It's always good to go visit relatives, my friend. Hey, Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you today? I did not say hi to you over at Art's Place, and I do apologize for that, Mike. I saw you in there, and it just, you know. Oh, boy. Lucky you, Brad. Major storms. Yeah, that's right. That tropical storm's coming down through there. Wow. Oh, man. SJM, the drone flyer, drone shots. Hello, Jody. And SJM, good evening or afternoon, as the case may be. For some of you, may even be morning. Oh, good, Allison. I'm doing good. I just about 30 minutes ago, I just got back from a mile walk. So my granddaughter's in the house, Allison Bell. She's in here. Oh, okay. Oh man, yeah. 11 hours is not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. Back in my younger days, I could have done that with no problems at all. Well, let's see here. Let me, you guys bear with me a minute. Bear with me, folks. I'm not ignoring you, please. Mike R. Media, hello. Jimbo. Wow, just got the yard mowed, huh, buddy? Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I just got back about 30 minutes ago from a walk and walked a mile. And so I was just sitting here and popped into Art's place, and him and Lloyd were sitting there talking. I caught the last tail end of it, but it's all good. Ray Kelly, hello, Brad. Let's see, I drove last Saturday from Richmond to Pensacola, Florida, and 900 miles. Yeah, I've made that drive too. In about the same amount of time when my son, Allison's father, was going to a Christian college down there in Pensacola. I drove down there to see him, and it's actually a nice drive until you get into Atlanta and get into that Atlanta traffic. Of course, I hit it right at noontime in Atlanta, Georgia, and man, it was crazy. So, but anyway, well, let's see if we can't make this a little interesting. I'm going to put the link. Pond and More, hello, welcome to the chat. I'm going to put the link to this live stream in here. And if anybody cares to join, please feel free to pop. We can take 5 people, 6 people total. So it'd be 5. But if anybody wants to come in, just come on in. We'll see if we can't make this a party for a few minutes. I'm not planning on staying long, but for however long I'm up, we'll make a party of it. I did send out a couple invites to some other guys, so depending on if they come in or not. But I know it's afternoon. It's like 4 o'clock here, so it might be. Hey, Ron, how's it going, buddy? Hey, I sent you a link, Ron. If you want to join up, but the link is in the chat as well. So. My car. You changed your name, didn't you, buddy? I like the new one. I like the other one, too. Don't get me wrong. But so. Got you, Ron. Ah, Ray Kelly. Got you, Ron. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Ray. Friday. Ray.
Ah, Ray Kelly. Got you, Ron. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Ray. Friday.
Hey.
Ray.
Ah, Ray Kelly. Got you, Ron. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, there you go. I got the comments now.
Hey, Ray.
How's it going, buddy? Yes. Hi, Rodney.
We're hearing an echo. You need to turn the YouTube video off. Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
We're hearing an echo. You need to turn the YouTube video off.
Let me try it again then.
Okay. Hey, Z Drone Dude. Hello. Hey, Z, Arizona. Is it still hot out there in Arizona? Yeah, I agree, Mike B. I think he did open a hole in the time and space continuum. All right, Brad, you take care, buddy. And you have a safe trip back come Wednesday and stay safe. Those storms down there, nothing to take a stick at for sure. So you have a great rest of your vacation there, Brad. Fly High Ireland. Hey, how's it going, Gareth? Yep, it is kind of warm today. Not real bad. It wasn't so hot I didn't want to take a walk. Give me a second here, and I'll. I think it was in like 78, maybe 79 degrees right now. So it was about that when I went out for my walk. No. But anyway, muscle car appraisal. Hey, how come you're gray, my friend? I know you've been here before. Zacha Drone, hello. How are you? So what's everybody been doing today? Like I said, well, I went to the church and we did our live stream Sunday service. And then I came back, had lunch, took a grandpa nap, and then I went for that walk. And I'm sitting here debating what to do. Like I said earlier, I was watching Art and the Grumpy Vlogger on Lloyd's channel, or Art's channel, Art's Place channel. And sitting here and I was thinking, well, what do I do now? And I decided, well, and so I said, well, why not another impromptu live stream? So here I be, Capture Life Connection. Hello, how you doing? Steve Carpenter. Hi, buddy. I sent you a link, Steve. I don't know if you can come on, but if you can, feel free to do so. Ray, if you're still out there, man, I hope you get back in here soon. B-Mac, how's it going, Brian? Yeah, it's good to see everybody in here. I like doing these live streams, man. I tell you what, we can have so much fun. Impromptu. There you go. Impromptu. I'm promptu. There you go. So, oh man, Zatcha. Yeah, Zata. I know my chair's squeaking. Hello, Steve.
Hey there. How are you?
I'm doing good. Boy, I tell you what, I am catching HELL over my chair yesterday and today. Yeah. This chair, I bought this chair in hello, Ron.
Morning, or hi.
Hey, Ron.
I do the same thing, Ron.
Man.
Hello, yes, report.
You look beat up, man.
I just got up. So
Oh my goodness. 10 Toes is in the house. How's it going there, buddy? Our friend from Oklahoma. Yes, reports is new, I think.
Long
in the chat there. Yes, reports.
Long day, Ron.
Oh man, started. I don't know, about noon, 1 o'clock, and I got out of there about 8:45 this morning, nonstop.
Ooh, geez.
Well, I lied. I had a half-hour break. I got out of there about 8:45 this morning.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Mike.
Mike. How's it going?
I lied.
All right. I'll be right back. Let me shut my iPad off.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Been in
Mike.
the,
How's it going?
All right. I'll be right back. Let me shut my iPad off.
Okay. All right, Ray. All right, man.
been in the,
He just put in the chat that
I'll be right back. Let me shut my
dinner was ready, so he may come back in later. All right, man. He just put in the chat that dinner was ready, so he may come back in later. All right, man. He just put in the chat that dinner was ready, so he may come back in later. All right, man.
There it goes.
Yeah, I muted him until he gets done. So Dan, yeah, I saw that here. Let me look at that. So, Dan, drone pool. Hey, sorry, Mike. Look at that. There you go.
How am I now?
So
Good.
good now.
Much better.
Drone pool. Hey, sorry, Mike. Look at that. There you go.
How
Uh
am
oh.
I now?
So
Good
now. Hey, sorry, Mike.
No, Mike, you still have a
Yeah.
page open, I think.
Yeah, Mike.
Good
Good now.
How's that?
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
fine.
better.
Yeah, when you said I'll be right back, I had to turn my iPad on. It was like this audio.
Hey, drone pool. Dan, you mind if I share that picture? I think the boys might get a big kick out of it. Rick Halber's in the house.
Mr. Halber.
Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy?
So Ron, you were saying about you started at noon yesterday, and then what happened?
Went to Minneapolis yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Man, and then got back, and I think we'll get back around midnight. Got to lay down about 1 after we finished cleaning up, and at 1:20 back out the door.
So this picture. Sorry, Ron, for interrupting you. This
That's
picture
right.
from drone pool, Dan. He got himself into a bit of trouble.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to expand it, but if you can't read it, it says that's his wife says that better not be a new drone, and then Dan says, "Well, it's a DJI." So yeah. Oh my goodness, Dan, got yourself into some trouble, didn't you, buddy? Mrs. RC and Custom Designs. Hello and good afternoon.
I haven't seen her name in a while.
Yeah. Rodney, did you ever see that picture, that couple, they're laying there in bed and they're kind of facing away from each other? And, you know, the woman, there's a little caption that said, "I wonder if he's thinking about another woman." And the caption about the guy goes, "I wonder what she'll say when she found out I bought another drone." I'll have to find that and send it to you. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, man.
Well, Tiff, I'm glad you made it in here, girl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My goodness, looky here.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
Somebody left the door open.
Hey, I was trying to get on here and the computer died, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what happened?" Look, you got to plug these things in. I was running on battery power, and then it went. Throw a warning up or something.
And you have and you own a generator too. Now, is that an oxymoron?
No. It was on battery power because I bring the laptop in at night.
Put it in hibernate mode,
I don't
and
like
then it
it.
won't burn the
So
battery.
humid, man. It's 100% humidity.
Yeah.
I just got finished mowing the lawn. You got to mow it when you can with all that rain.
Actually, it was that way, Jim, over in Sioux Falls on the eastern side of the state. I guess because they, you know, with all the lakes in Minnesota and stuff. Oh my gosh, at 6:30 this morning, it was nasty over there. Like, man, I'm in South Dakota. They're looking for 98 degrees and humidity today.
Ron, was that 2 days ago that I was on with you and that weather happened?
Oh yeah. I was showing Rodney that. That was
Oh,
Thursday.
okay.
Oh, that
Thursday.
hailstorm.
I'm talking around, and all of a sudden it starts hailing. I said, "Film it."
Yeah, I told him, I said, "Jim, I said, I'm hanging up, hurry up." I said, "I'm going to go grab my iPad." And then I connected back with him with the iPad. And ran outside for about 2 seconds till it started coming down. Then I ran back in before I get conked in the head.
Yeah, it's like 70 here today, but it's sunny and dry. And we're getting your heat, I think, Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, Tim,
No,
Tubb, that
where
sounds
you at,
like
Mike?
something my mother would say too.
in Syracuse, New York.
Syracuse, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I just heard that, sorry to interrupt, change the subject, but up in Buffalo, where I saw those 56 cops in the city of Buffalo resigned.
Yeah. Yeah, they I think they're still cops, but they resigned from like the riot squad.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought they resigned from the force.
No, they stayed on the force. I mean, you know, they'd be losing so much, but you know, they said because a couple of Buffalo cops were, I don't know the exact story for discipline. They had more trouble than we did, and they, in solidarity with them, they said, okay, you no riot force, then we're gone, and just hopefully to wake somebody up. But New York State is so messed up, man.
What a sad situation this whole thing is.
Yeah. The blind being left by the blind.
Yeah.
It's been a sad week. We had a plane crash over in Sioux Falls this morning. It happened about 30 minutes before we got there this morning.
Oh man.
What?
Yeah, tore the whole front of the plane off.
Oh my God.
Matter of fact,
your company's plane?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was a cargo plane of some type. Guy was from Washington State and was on his way to Indiana.
Oh, wow.
And took off this morning. Don't know what happened, but man, what a mess.
Oh, you don't know if it was weather?
No, it wasn't weather, because we came in and weather was beautiful. Unlike last night, oh my gosh, it was pretty, but man, talk about rocking and rolling. We had to go through a thunderstorm last night. Wow.
Geez, yeah, those are never fun on any kind of plane.
No.
I mean, from
The
a
white
view,
knuckle
though,
flight.
yeah, it was.
It's a lot of faith in the guy flying.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But it was kind of pretty though. Every 2 to 3 seconds, big strike on both sides of us, you know.
It's amazing what aircraft can take, you know, because they're designed for it. And then you hear about one where the engine just falls off for no reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Oops, I forgot that third bolt. There's only 2 of them holding on.
I was flying to Dallas one weekend, and we flew through a thunderstorm, and man, you talk about a bumpy ride. That plane was doing this.
That's what we were doing last night.
And it was an MD-80, which is a pretty sturdy aircraft.
That's a big boy.
And I mean
I hate that. I still to this day hate that. I mean, I can take the flying and the this, but when it's those sudden drops,
when you hit clear air,
that scares the crap out of me.
We had one coming. Oh God, where were we at? I forget where we were flying, but we had this really pain in the ass colonel on board, and he was just blabbermouthing the whole time, complaining. Just shut up. We're on a flight. Let's just get to where we need to go. So they're passing stuff around and to drink, and I've always been one. This is long before I was ever even in the service, but I always keep my seatbelt buckled. I mean, that's just a thing that you learn from flying with friends. You always keep it on, just loosen it up. We're in this. We ended up in a 1,000-foot free clear air drop. The jet just, phew. You watch this guy in slow motion rise up in the air, and he's got a glass of grape juice. And it goes up in the air, we hit it, and then the bottom comes back, and now you start to see him come down, and that grape juice comes up out of the glass, floating in air, and coming down all over him.
Oh, shoot, I was going to say he caught every drop.
Just about.
That would have been good.
All over him, all over his uniform, and then, of course, we're wearing medical whites, So it was now medical purple. And we're just sitting there trying not to laugh. And then this guy, like I said, he was always a pain in the ass. But I'll tell you what, we had the best laugh, I'll tell you. But then had to put up with him for the rest of the flight complaining that it happened.
It's an airplane.
Yeah.
Rodney, you just remind me of a quick story just because you guys are both military, and that story you just told, Steve. When I was at Fort Hunter Liggett, about 5 miles down the road, still on the base, it was called Schoonover was the name of the area. And during the summer, they had sometimes 5,000 to 10,000 troops there, just, practicing and training. And we were up in the center of the base, and the area where we were at, anywhere near the airfield, you were only allowed, I think, 5 mile an hour or 10 mile an hour max. I think any vehicle that would drive anywhere within the airfield. And all of a sudden, it was not my job, but range control called over to our trailer when I worked for the flight program. And he said, he goes, the range control was kind of like the main communications for the base. They called and asked for me to go out. He said, did you just see 2 Blackhawks land out on the airfield? And I said, yeah. He goes, would you mind going out there and telling those 2 cowboys, once they shut down the engines, to march themselves in here? I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
So I go out there, and the one guy, he had been there training for about a week, and I had met him, and he was a little bit of a smart aleck. And I went out there and I said, hey guys, just got a call from range control. They're asking you two to report immediately over there, once you land. He's like, yeah. All where they were at and where our trailer was about 150 yards. So I delivered a message. That's all I am, is the messenger boy. I slowly start to walk back to our trailer, and in pulls this vehicle about 40 mile an hour. I'm like, who is this idiot? Gentleman gets out in uniform. Now, he's still about 75 to 100 yards away, and I didn't notice it at the time. But what I did notice, that there was a lot of stars and, decorations on him. So he's like, okay, this is somebody important. As he starts walking towards me to those 2 pilots, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, what happened to his uniform? And the closer I got, I'm like, as soon as I saw it, I put 2 and 2 together. Here, at that training area 5 miles away, I used to drive by it every morning on my way to work, but there were multiple porta potties. Those 2 Blackhawk pilots decided to be cowboys and buzzed the porta potties. 2 of them fell over, and guess who was in one of them? So all that blue that was on I don't know, he's a colonel or whatever, but everything that was on his uniform, he was the one in the porta potty. It took everything in my power as he's got like fire on his face, and I'm walking by him, and I'm like, oh dear God, I don't dare laugh, because he'll kill me. And I just kept walking. I'm like, those 2 Blackhawk pilots will probably never fly again.
Wow, what a way to end your career. I hope they enjoyed it, because
yeah. Oh my God. I'll never forget that.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yep, not good. But
So we got Thomas O'Sullivan in the chat there. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah. Tomas, how are you, sir?
Tomas.
Brent Nunley is in the house too, and
Yes.
Recovery 1 drones.
Drone worship. Drone
And
shots.
Dan the man.
Brent.
Every Dan.
I can't. I'm on my iPad today. I can't respond to the chat. No.
Where's Recovery 1 drone? I don't see that, Rodney.
He's right there in the chat.
Oh, now I do.
You gotta open your eyes,
I've got the colors on them.
Oh, because you've got that that link
So-
app on there, right?
Yeah.
How's that thing working out for you? Because it didn't work out well for me.
It was messing up, and then they did it to 1.25, and then it was working for me. So, because I would press on your name and I would go to Steve's channel, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and that's what was. I clicked like I could click on Tomas's channel, and it would go to my channel.
Right.
And why are you taking me to my channel? I'm already there.
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I think I saw on Mel's channel yesterday. Remember what we were talking about on your live the other night about downgrading the
Smart controller?
yeah.
Smart
I'm still
controller for
tired
my
of sleeping. Downgrading the smart controller, I think 2 versions ago, and where he was able to live stream 2 versions ago versus the latest update he couldn't. I think he was able to downgrade it and did a test live stream. So, so like I said, when you get out here, maybe I'll be able to set mine up.
I think it was he had to downgrade using DJI Assistant 2,
Correct.
and the number was 530.
5.3 something. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
But if
It
you
was
go later, it adds the Fly app. Is that what it is? The problem?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah, but I'm still using DJI Go 4. Oh.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
bothered with the Mavic Air 2, so I've got no reason to get the Fly app at this point.
Yeah.
They switch us all over, you know.
He did. He did it on Arch channel last night. He had finished the downgrade.
Yeah. Does the
Yeah.
Fly? Again, guys, because I haven't really checked it. But is that Fly app just for like the Air 2 and a couple of the other ones, or
The Mini.
can that be used
Mini.
with any?
It's the Air 2 and the Mini.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I kind of missed that conversation because I was watching the chats. Who downgraded what?
We were on Jim's live the other night, and I've been wanting to maybe do live streams from my smart controller, but Mel was saying that you can't do it with the latest version firmware or software or firmware version of the smart controller. He said he started to have trouble about, I think, like 1 or 2 versions ago. But anyhow, he downgraded with the Assistant 2, downgraded like 2 or 3 versions ago, and now he can live stream again.
Ah, okay.
So
Hey, Dennis.
Hey,
Dennis,
Dennis.
hello.
Hey, everybody. How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I hope you
You know,
didn't
it's
run
funny,
someone
Ron,
on
about
my
that.
account, Dennis.
Say that
You can
again.
still live stream. You can still live stream on Facebook with the
yeah, that's right.
current
That's
app,
correct.
but you
Right.
Yeah,
can't do
but not
YouTube.
on YouTube.
So I don't know where
Yeah.
the glitch is in there.
Yeah.
Well, he backdated it yesterday on Art. I think whose Art show? I think it was. Yeah. Yesterday, and he got it to go live because he went live at the same time. We were on Art show
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey,
because he had it broadcasting on the drone, and the drone was facing the screen, so you're looking at watching the replay back on on Arts, but then you go over to Mel's show, and he was broadcasting it live.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, so
I
he
think
got it to
the version He
work.
went to. The only thing you would lose that you would want is the ability to have multiple drones. Like in your garage on the smart controller, how you can pair more than one drone. It might be the version before that update, which is pretty cool if you have more than one drone. But you can always just pair them.
Hey, Dennis, check
Yes.
the private chat, please.
Link them up if you want,
How do I-
or relink, right?
Right? Yeah, takes no time to
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if you're have the Air, the new Mavic Air 2, then you won't be able to fly it.
Top secret. Don't
It won't bind with it.
Right.
Dan. Can't talk about it.
Oh, if you from the smart controller, Steve. Okay.
Because that was the purpose. At least that's my understanding. Reading through all that stuff when we were on Jim's stream, and I was posting all those release notes. That the latest update was to work on for the Mavic Air 2. Well, for the Fly app, they were saying. But as far as I know, the Air 2 was not flying on that controller yet. I think it was just the first stage to get it ready. So when they do release it, since it is OcuSync 2, that the Air 2 would then be able to fly with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that thing with the battery swelling up a real thing with the Air 2, or is? I've heard people say the batteries swelled up pretty quick, and
Really?
I've never had any battery swell up. From my original Mavic.
Who was that talking about the catch on it the other night on
The
one of
steel
our
cap?
streams?
Yeah.
You know, the clips, the clip in.
Yeah.
I've heard
Heck,
someone
I don't-
talk about it.
It wasn't actually the battery swelling up. It was the clip not clipping into the drone good enough.
Right.
Oh,
And Jim, you had trouble with the Mavic 2 batteries. You said it was during like a certain period of manufacturing.
Apparently, June, July, August of 2018, there was a bad run on them because mine, I didn't do anything to them and they just swelled up.
I have replaced 6 batteries for that Mavic.
I'm just curious. I'm wondering if your humidity down there affects them.
6.
Oh,
I just
Listen to
replaced the last 3 just 2
On the
weeks
Air
ago.
2?
Dennis can't hear you.
Dennis just said he replaced 6 batteries on the Mavic 2 Pro.
Mavic 2 Pro.
I had to replace 3.
Yeah.
no, did DJ? I know
I've got
DJI
4 good
replaced
ones.
yours, right? Jim?
I didn't
No.
even try. I didn't want to go through that mess.
Boy, that's an expense.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah. I mean, it wasn't 6 at once.
Okay, I lost
First
Dennis.
three
Let me
lasted
come
me
out
for
and come
maybe
back in,
whatever.
Rodney.
Ron
Okay.
can't hear me, can he?
Nope, he's gonna come back in.
Okay. It wasn't all at once. I replaced 3 a few months ago, and now I've replaced those.
Interesting enough, Dennis, were they different dates than the ones
They were all August. And I
August.
know I paid attention to what you were talking about before, and you'd named August specifically. I think all of yours were made in August. You said something
Yeah.
about a run of a few months, but you said yours were all made in August, and so were mine, by the way.
I don't know who makes those batteries for them.
I haven't checked mine yet. I should do it right now to see when they were manufactured. If it's going to happen to me again, it's, I definitely make sure I involve DJI before.
All right, Ron. Now you're next to Dennis. So if you can't hear him, then
I'm right here, Ron.
Wrong way. You gotta turn it wrong.
You're going to need a hearing aid.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. That switch to Verizon really worked.
Hey guys, I'm sorry about the constant name change, but with all the nuttiness in the world, I decided not to have my real last name out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I can't use a gun and all that stuff, and some knucklehead locally gets mad at something what I say, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
So,
I fully respect, appreciate, and support everybody's right to carry a gun, but I know that myself, I would never use one. I would never. And so I just,
well,
if push came to shove, it would be me. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
it's I had a break-in at once in my apartment way back in the 80s where I was sleeping in on a Sunday morning and 2 guys broke into my apartment. They took the phone off the hook out in the other room, I had that. So when I picked up the phone, I heard that beeping sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I just sat there like either they're going to come in and just, roll me over, or they're going to leave me alone. And luckily they didn't. The guy walked in my bedroom. I woke up, and in a half sleep, I said, "Can I help you?" Which sounds funny. And he backed out of the room, said no, and then I laid my head down like I'm going to go back to sleep. And then I was like, "Whoa, I'm being busted into," and that's when I tried to pick up the phone. So let me tell you, I shook for I don't know how many days, and I got a Doberman after that because I can't use the gun. Otherwise, I'd probably have an arsenal. But I respect anyone who doesn't want to own a gun as well. So.
It's not. I'm not opposed to it. I just know I'm know enough about myself. No, I just wouldn't be able to do it. So, anyway.
Well,
I'm
Mike,
just trying to. Here we
I
go.
wouldn't. I'm not afraid.
I'm going to send you a couple of pictures that I'll let you share. It's funny we're talking about guns because I took these pictures 5 minutes ago at my friend Amos's house. So
Okay.
sending them to you.
I carry, and I don't want to ever have to use it. But if I do need to use it, then just know that I will. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
I agree with you, Mike. I had an occasion once it was a road rage thing, and a guy he finally stopped his car in the middle of an intersection, got out with a ball bat. I pulled my gun. It's like, wow, he brought a ball bat to a gunfight. But I was the same way for about 3 days, man. I was shaking like, oh crap, I almost shot somebody.
Yeah.
But
right. Then if you do have to defend yourself, you got to deal with those ramifications.
Yeah.
Right.
It is.
It's scary,
And I respect Dennis of what he's saying, because if you are going to carry, or if you're there, holy moly.
He has video of him shooting this. It actually fires. And it's really amazing.
Is it 8? What is that? Is that an 8 barrel?
I think I didn't look at it that closely. I think it's 8. Are there 2 pictures there, Rodney? I don't know if the other is any better. Yeah, it's not better.
So like a hand crank Gatling gun?
When I knew I was coming over here and I wanted to share this with you, he quickly tried to forward me the video, but he didn't do it successfully. So I'll get it for you later and share it with you. But yeah, that's a real Gatling gun.
wow.
It's about 14 inches long, I guess, the barrels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what caliber it is?
Sorry. He was just showing this to me, and then you sent that thing, and I decided to come over here. So we didn't really talk about it much, but isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
He's really into guns, and this doesn't surprise me that he has this.
Our local gun shop had a 22 caliber Gatling gun for sale for a time. They wanted something like $3,000 for it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he paid more than that for this. Not at all. I have no idea. But
looks good to me.
It should do the trick. You put that at your front door.
And especially having on a automatic laser sighted tracking that would just follow the person around.
There you go.
I'll just park the 810 on the lawn.
Put that on a gimbal, buddy.
There you go.
Facial recognition.
Hey, Russell Glarum is in the house. Him and Drone Worship are talking about chili.
You see up there in northern Idaho, I forget what city it was, but all the local residents, friends of business owners, I guess that group was going to come into their city, and everybody, I mean the entire town gathered. There were guys standing out there with AR-15s out in front of all the businesses. There was not 1 ounce of violence or destruction in that city.
Yep.
You can actually YouTube it. I was just watching it earlier.
Keep on walking.
You want to protest, go right ahead. But the moment you turn violent,
Yeah.
Well, like Steve said, I respect, I respect everybody's right to own guns, not own guns, protest. But once you cross that line from protest to rioting and looting, that's where you've lost my support.
That's not protesting anymore. That's
yeah,
riot. It's
yeah,
criminal.
that's opportunistic. And I keep saying, fence off the area so that these people have to live with the destruction they did. But when you're shipping in people, like Ron saw an actual ad for protesters, I mean, how the hell do you combat that?
And they're coming in by busloads, not just one or two cars coming in. These are busloads of people that are being brought into places.
Yeah, we had that here yesterday, a big protest downtown, busloads in. But, however, amazingly, it was peaceful. We did have riots last week and stuff. They smashed windows on the public safety building and stuff. And I've got cops in the family, so I get a little inside baseball. But, it's like everyone thinks it's just New York City. New York City's I don't know what the hell's going on down there, but up here, it's not as bad, but we got it a bit. And,
wow.
I don't know.
5 years in jail for owning a gun.
Inside of town, it was a black ghetto. I was like, the minority in my neighborhood, first 16 years of my life, and that was kind of interesting. But this was back in the 70s, where there wasn't a gun on every corner, illegal gun on every corner, and you just might have a fight or whatever. I did have a knife held to my throat one time, and on a paper route. So,
well, I couldn't believe that. Was that in England? The Rodney, the thing you just put up, the guy in England.
Drone flyer posted that.
5 years. Well, I'd go away for a long time. Enough to put me away for life.
I wonder if they'd make it consecutive or contiguous.
Mike, what was he going to get from you on a bike route, on a newspaper route?
Right. The thing is, I was collecting, when the paper boys have to collect back in the old days. They were just, how can I phrase this, playing with Whitey, you know what I mean? And they paid me. I was collecting at their house. Believe it or not, I just met, the games that goes on when you grew up the way I did.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't all bad. We got along, but every now and then you have something happen. But I don't want to bring the show down, man.
No.
But it's reality, and not everybody gets to see that side of those wonderful.
Right. And my dad owned a bar in the neighborhood, which in 1960 was like a neighborhood restaurant. And by 1975, the landlord tried to burn the building down for insurance money.
Oh, yeah.
He was burning down all his buildings. And it was one of our bartenders had to shoot someone once. Didn't kill him, but had to shoot somebody. And it was a, justified shooting and stuff. And the landlord actually did my dad a favor by getting him the heck out of there. So, nuts.
You can share that, Rodney.
Okay.
It's not the best, but it's.
Ten Toes says he had a similar situation.
Yeah, they wanted his bike. I was going to say that's what I thought maybe they wanted is your bicycle.
Well, they got a couple of bikes off me. Not directly, but off the porch or the backyard.
Yeah, there's one thing I've learned. Because I don't anymore. Although I may apply again. I used to have a permit to carry concealed when I owned a liquor store.
Hey guys, this may be hard to see.
Oh, is that the best it is?
Yeah.
I'd get better.
That's
video
small.
from it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Post the link in chat.
It's not on YouTube. It's just video he's done.
Oh, it's a pro.
Is that your friend? Your
Yeah,
neighbor?
that's my next door neighbor.
Oh, okay. That's the him using the. Got it.
That's a good neighbor to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm not afraid to leave this place in his care. That's not
Right,
that's
right.
I
I
just
think-
said I'd never do it. I didn't say I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I
You
had
can
a
always
friend
use
of
the-
mine who was a cop in New York City. When I say New York City, I think it was Manhattan. You know, everybody you see TV, everybody considers New York City Manhattan. But
Right.
anyway, the Hells Angels have a headquarters on, I think it was 12th Street or something. And he told me that was the safest street in Manhattan.
Probably was.
No crime at all. No crime.
Yeah.
You commit crime and you won't be getting up.
There are never a cop involved.
I heard something about Antifa wanting to mess up with Sturgis, and it's like somebody said, "I dare you to," you know.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that would be
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah,
That
That would
wouldn't
be
go
such
over
a
well.
sad-
I'm sure.
Sad mistake on their end.
yeah.
Yeah.
But on a good note, I went flying yesterday out at an area where there's like three rivers that come together at a juncture, and there was people of several races there, and everybody got along just fine. And everyone was just having a nice sunny day.
Well, if you look at this isn't something that's just all of a sudden happened. This was going back almost 40 years ago. And there's a manual out there, and you want to see everything coming through all the way from our government and what they're trying to do. And you look at all these groups out there, and they're trying to do the exact same thing. It's controlling the sheep. That's all they're doing. And everybody's got different beliefs. I mean, this is just mine. I've seen the document, and it's pathetic that it's going that way. And our country, not only just our country, other countries are being led that way.
But on the
And-
other end of the spectrum, the cop cars here no longer say protect and serve. And this little town has more military vehicles than I've ever seen any police department have. And that's all I got to say. They think they're a military force. They're wannabes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for them to act like this to this guy, George Floyd, I don't care what the hell he did. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that they did work for a same company, but they didn't work actually with each other. So there's got to be some kind of malice going on between the two of them, because the look in that man's face, I mean, there was no doubt that he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
The moment
You know,
the moment you're in handcuffs, that's done. That's with any legitimate law enforcement agency. It's done. They're down on the ground, and if they're in handcuffs, that's it. There's no excuse for what happened.
You know, Mike,
And
you
I'm-
mentioned about. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
No, I'll just say I'm glad that they upped the charges on him and the other three officers that were there,
Right.
because they are accessories for it. Because one of them, if not all of them, should have stopped them. Period.
That's what I was saying. The person who was taking the video with I would get arrested stopping that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right on his carotid artery, for God's sakes.
Yeah. But the problem being now is all this protesting is no longer about about George.
Right.
Right.
It is. It's
Now-
nothing but an effect to cause havoc across the country, and it goes back for, like Dick, I say, decades. It goes back during the Black Panthers and all that, way before that even. And
Right.
they're just trying to disrupt the country.
And sadly, all this Great Society stuff from the '60s has just decimated the poorer families. You know, now you got no father in the house and all that stuff, and the importance of fathers being there, and of church, and all those things that keep us on the rails, have all gone out the window.
Absolutely, Mike. No morals today.
Yeah.
What was that, Dennis? Milk?
You know, Mike,
It's lemonade. I thought it was milk. I thought he was going to say he's riot ready for the tear gas.
Hey, Mike, you mentioned about Sturgis, and one thing about this area in Sturgis area, there is so much property that is owned by the Hells Angels.
Really?
I remember when I was looking for a place to rent, and I almost rented this one place till I read the lease agreement. The lease agreement read that during the 2 weeks of the rally that I would have to move out. That home, beautiful home, but it was owned by the Hells Angels. And during the rally time, I would have to move out. There's so many, they say, they don't like any colors here during the rally, but it happens. It's here. And between the gangs, the motorcycle gangs and the federal agents that are in this city during the rally, if those groups want to come and try and protest, game on. Because it won't be pretty. There's so many of those guys, not even carrying guns, but you see, that's one of the things that are very predominant of the Hells Angels. If you see one, check his back pocket. And if you see a handkerchief out of his back pocket with a bulge, there's a reason for that. And it's not illegal to carry. They'll take a handkerchief and they'll go to the hardware store and buy the biggest padlock they can. And they tie it onto that handkerchief. And when time is needed, they'll pull that handkerchief and that padlock out. They'll split your skull in half. Yeah. I've seen it happen there. Yeah.
Hey, I want to say hello to Chris Hope. He's out there. He's driving though, so he's probably not going to be able to chat very often, but he's out there.
Okay.
Forgot I was muted, folks. I was offering lemonade to anybody who wants it.
I'll take a glass.
Right.
Do I need my own glass?
Lon
It
Denard,
needs to be here.
Nathaniel,
Lon,
Mel,
Elon.
Chris, start.
Curtis.
Start.
Curtis
Well.
Start.
Where to
It's funny,
start?
speaking of lemonade there, Dennis, I've been on a liquid diet for a month.
Yeah.
To lose weight, because and it's all under my doctor's supervision and stuff. But it's not as hard as you would think when you need to do it, And so I feel different already. I don't know if I look at it.
How long have you been doing this?
Here, you look at it in the face.
Yeah, a
Looks
little
like
bit,
you've lost it in the face.
But also the window's lighting me up like crazy. So I'm white as a ghost right now. But
How long have you been doing this, Mike?
How
long have you been doing this?
for about a month.
Well,
And I plan on doing it at
congratulations.
least till the end of June, and then reevaluating at that point. Because I like to eat some summer food and stuff, but it's not that hard. 1,500 calories a day.
Chris must be driving again.
So.
Oh my God! I tell you, I'm so sad. I missed Matt's stream the other night. Adrian. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He had that damn battery was out again, Ron. Remember he had dragged the body over to it and replaced the battery?
Oh yeah.
Damn thing was beeping again. He does it on purpose, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know he
Are
does.
you talking about the fire alarm or smoke alarm?
Smoke
battery?
alarm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because we were talking about it on Art's show last night about it again, because he came on in the chat. And Ron was on, and I said, well, after I left, I heard you guys continued really torching Adrian. And he goes, that was an understatement.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, I jumped on about in the middle of it, and they were being mean to Adrian.
Yeah. I wonder if Chris is actually going to buy and send a cowboy hat to him.
No, he was going to ship him a battery for the smoke detector.
Chris also offered to take him on a snipe hunt, which I want to go on that. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll pack up my gun and start heading that way.
Teach him that song, Rodney.
That was
remember
hilarious.
Rodney back on the East Coast, snipe hunting and cow tipping.
Very popular. Very popular.
I'm going to check
Jim,
manufacture date of these batteries.
that conversation with the cowboy hat went south.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
I can't
He
see
got
him
mad,
with a
I think.
Stetson.
No. Yeah. I think he got mad.
Adrian with
Nah.
a Stetson. Adrian would look good with a Stetson.
He probably would. You know that?
You would. I think it looked great.
I wonder how his date was with Sweet Berlinda.
I know. That was the quickest transformation I ever saw in my life. He went from being drunk to having rice and beans and water. You know what I'm talking about, right? For dinner.
Yep.
So that date couldn't have gone too well.
Well, he mixed eggs in there too, didn't he?
What?
I think he mixed eggs in there too.
Oh yeah,
Eggs and
yeah.
beans and rice. Yeah.
Doing a little bit of fried rice.
So I guess that means no second date, huh?
Yeah.
We gotta, Jim, we somehow gotta convince him. We gotta meet this girl sometime. He just won't do it.
If that's the same one, she was there once with the kids. I don't know. Do you remember when there was that one girl on?
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if it's the same one,
No.
Yeah.
And
But
then
guys,
there
He
was
has
one-
multiple ones.
I'll let room in case someone else wants to come in, whatever. So, let's saw you live, Rodney, and appreciate the chance to come on.
Well,
The
I
best thing
appreciate
we've ever
you coming
shown
in,
live
Mike.
stream. Nice
Yeah.
to see you, Mike.
Good to see
Yeah,
you,
see you,
Jim.
Mike.
always good to see you, brother.
Ron, Jim, Steve,
Mike.
Rodney.
Good to see you. Good luck
Mike.
with the diet, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Although my
Congratulations.
my
Very
family
good.
eats in front of me yesterday, Ugh.
Oh man, see, that's the tough part about these liquid diets, brother.
Yeah, but I got over it. All I got to do is let it go. So, all right, I'll catch you guys. I'll watch it while you're still on. So I'll see you.
Take care, Mike.
Okay, Mike. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I have to do one of those liquid diets in 9 days.
Oh, you going to get scoped?
Yep.
Hey, I want to say hello to Thunderbird 6, to 400 AGL, to Nathaniel Lee, Lon Denard, Curtis Dart, and Chris Hope. They just
Hey,
popped in
everyone.
the last few minutes.
My phone's currently busy. I can't see the chat. So
I thought I was going to get away with it, Steve, taking that Cologuard test.
Yeah.
Nah, I failed it.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Well, remember what I told you, Jim. But I forget what the percentage is, but it's very high of positive results with them, and then it usually comes back as a polyp or
False
whatever.
positive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my doctor told me.
What a waste of money. Then if that's the case, what a waste of money.
Well, it's
'Cause that
ironic.
thing's a
All the false positives coming back with all the testing that's going on for this bug that we have out here now. There was a gal that my wife knows. Her dad got put in the hospital, tested negative. Next day, is testing positive. Because the symptoms that they were that trying to diagnose for him, whether he did have this bug or not, and then the second day, now they come back positive. Now, why, if you're taking the same test, is it coming back negative one day and not? You're in the hospital.
Hey, look who showed up.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
Mr.
out
Hope.
doing the
Chris
run.
Hope.
What's up, Dennis?
So this-
Doing the Ron
this
Ron.
guy-
Doing the
Rodney,
run.
Steve, Mr. Jim. Good evening, man.
let's see if you have better luck at it, though.
Better
Yeah.
look
So, Ron, explain to me what Ron's talking about, what Chris is talking about.
Well, if I'm understanding this correctly, he's out trying to not do the same thing that I do. Every time I get out on the highway, I get a critter that runs out in front of me, and I wail.
Oh, I see.
I
got
took out
it.
a pheasant last weekend going home, and looked like a giant pillow fight out in the middle of the highway. There's just feathers everywhere.
Well, I tell you what, as many critters as there are in Texas, I'm sure that's quite a chore, isn't it, Chris?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It got quiet. When I got on stream, I thought I'd done something wrong. Y'all put me in timeout.
Now, why would we do that, Chris?
Don't give him ideas.
So you out looking? Doing a pre-hunt for your hunt with Adrian?
Yeah, I got some snaps spotted. I'm about an hour and a half from them.
Okay. Well, hey, Chris, let us know because
I had that snipe tied down. That'd be a good spot to bring that little man out here and let him. Just bring him out here and just let him be one with the world.
He's your little buddy.
He's my little buddy now.
let Steve and I know where it's at because we want to watch.
Chat a while ago, he eat them eggs and them beans and rice about midnight. So I'm at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He was pulling the sheets down on his girlfriend's head.
That's what I'm talking about. That date couldn't have gone that well.
Yeah.
No, I've been there, done that. That's a little late to eat red beans.
Yeah. He was all running around like a rooster in a hen house, man. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
got a little better education after the night because I Googled a few things just to see what the meaning was.
Lon says, "Don't worry about that test, Jim. Just relax and remember your one time at band camp."
Yeah, Lon, it's not his first time. I'm quite sure.
It is the first time. I've been avoiding it for 10 years.
Yeah, but you rode an ambulance, didn't you? I know it's not Ron's first time.
Yeah, but no. Talking about the scope up the plow path.
I got mine about 2 years ago.
I've got just the test to take here. In fact, the test came in the mail on Friday.
The Cologuard?
Yeah.
Bob, I hope you get better results than I did.
Little flat package. My cousin, he's got to go in because unfortunately, they found polyps several times and been able to remove them. And thank goodness none of them were cancerous. But
I don't want to hear any
the last time, he didn't even get put out. He was awake for the whole entire test.
No. You're putting my ass out.
Well, my wife had to go in for the top half and the bottom half both at the same time, and right before she's getting prepped, I took to the doctor and said, you want to make sure, Linda, that she does the rectal, the second one. Make sure she doesn't do it the first one.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, a little bit of advice, my man, from a friend to a friend. Just make sure that doctor ain't got both hands on your shoulders when he goes in to do that.
You all laugh now, but you're going to have to get the same damn thing if you haven't already.
I've already done it. I made sure his hands wasn't on my shoulders.
Were you out, Rodney, when they did it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In fact, when I had the first one, I started coming to. I looked up at the nurse and I said, because the feeling of the drugs, I go, can we do
He wanted to go again. One more time.
No, I probably should have said that.
Hey, Rodney.
Yes,
if
sir.
there's somebody in the green room, let me know, buddy, and I'll get off.
Oh, no, you're good. There's nobody in there.
And I can't hear Rodney.
You can't hear Rodney?
No, I can't hear Rodney. Can't hear Ron.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you, Steve. I'm going to get out and get back in right quick.
All righty.
I had to go get some electricity. I'm going to have the same problem as Jim.
Yeah.
Break the generator out.
No. I was on battery power. Like I said,
I know. I'm kidding you, Jim.
Yeah. See, Steve, there's no way that we can prove that he wasn't. That's why he's saying he was on battery power.
I thought it broke. I really did. I thought it broke.
Can you hear me now, Chris?
Yes, sir. I can hear you good, Rodney.
Oh,
Chris,
good.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you, Ron. I had a little drop at it. Guess it didn't hook back up.
Did you buy that cowboy hat?
I've got it. It's at the house, and when I get back to work, I'll be back home Tuesday night. I'll ship it out Wednesday morning with instructions not to open until we're on a live stream together.
Right. Take pictures of the hat ahead of time.
Oh, I will.
So we know which hat it is.
Y'all will know.
He's supposed to be wearing.
And I got a six pack of Duracells for him.
I swear, Chris. I swear he takes that thing out just for us.
It was funny. I never laughed. I was watching it again last night in my chair, and I started laughing again. I got to laugh, and I started crying again. And my wife's going, "What in the world is wrong with you?" I said, "Well," I said, "you'll understand why I went to the shop and did the live stream the other night instead of being here in the kitchen."
We do have fun. He enjoys it. And that's good, you know.
Yes. Oh, he loves it.
Use and abuse.
Made a good friend there with him. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is. Use and
Jim,
abuse,
you
put away wet.
Jim, can you imagine if he come out to South Dakota with you?
Who, Adrian?
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be a culture shock. I don't know.
I don't think he'd know what to do.
No.
He wouldn't know what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do.
he'd probably call the wrong one a wanker, and that would be the end of it.
Yep.
Hey, doesn't he live in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, northern
What part?
Florida.
From Jim.
Northern part.
Oh, northern part.
What are you, about 3 hours apart, Jim?
Yeah, something like that.
Is he up
a
towards
long
Tampa?
state. No. He's up by Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching the news last night, and that tornado that came into Orlando because of this storm system.
It's been raining here for days, and it never does that. Never does that. But
Well, if you look at the storm pattern of it, because I get alerts even for when it goes out in the Gulf of the weather app that I have, and I was watching the system, man. It's taken up the whole entire Gulf. It's not like it's just one area and sucking it in. It's just bringing it all over Florida and headed right straight for New Orleans right now.
They're huge.
it's time to move because we're saturated. I mean, I'm only on a sandbar, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to EBR FPV and Camro Drone. Welcome to
Cameron.
Camro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Camro. Hello, Camro.
Good to see
Been
you,
a
Cameron.
while.
And Mr. Peter Carroll.
Mr.
Wow.
Peter Carroll just popped in.
Hello, sir.
Uh-oh.
The other half to wake up.
Dennis, is he saying you're like him? Peter
Sorry?
Carroll?
What did I miss? The
Hey,
last thing I see is time to go school drop off kids. Can't talk to you later.
I'm in Palm Bay,
T-Bird.
Florida, which is just south of Melbourne on the east coast, central east coast of Florida. From Suffolk County, Long Island to here.
Hey, Dennis.
No, I see. I missed it. Sorry.
Okay.
So did you see what Peter said?
I did.
Okay.
Everything being relative, you know.
Well, you know,
Right,
coming from a guy that won't shut up when he's on a live stream, you know.
Exactly. So what's he really said?
Yeah.
If you start watching Judge Judy, Dennis.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I checked all 3 batteries. All manufactured in October, so I feel pretty good about that.
Are these your
good.
new batteries or?
Yeah, these are the new. The other ones are trash.
Okay.
You know, I've never had a problem with my original Mavic Pro batteries like you
Me
guys
either.
are having with the M2s.
Exactly. I understand. I agree with you.
I don't know if anybody ever had a problem with them. With the
No, I have
original.
not heard of anyone. I took those batteries, by the way, to Batteries Plus and Bulbs. I think is the name of that store.
Yeah, I like that store.
I do too.
What
But I
store?
said I'd like these disposed of, please, and they said, okay, that's $5 each.
Oh
No.
no, really?
Yeah. So I
Oh
said,
man.
oh, you got a trash can out here? I'll just take care of it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for $5 they go in the trash can.
We have recycling bins.
That would be nice. We don't have those.
Ship them to Kim Heron.
They're gone.
He'll be shooting them up in his side yard.
They're not that exciting.
No,
I had
I'm
those
sure they're not.
those Inspire batteries all swell up on me. Really, not a lot to them.
Whoa. There's a
Oh,
What did you hit, Chris?
That was almost a run. I got off on the edge there.
I recognize that road sound.
yeah.
Yeah, they got them tattletales. You can't drift left or right. They gonna tell on you now.
That's for those sleepy drivers.
We got those in the center of our roads here. They don't have them on the edge yet, but
This is on the this one here is on the center and the edge. This is 199 west out of Fort Worth.
Seen any pigs lately, Chris?
Do what, Ryan?
Have you been seeing any pigs lately?
I haven't seen any pigs at my house. That boy that owns that Back 40 Firearms, if you look at his Facebook page, they killed about. Oh, he's got the camera on his scope, Ron. It's night vision, and he can record it. They killed a bunch the other night and he put it on Facebook. But
That'd be cool to have a pig roast.
Oh, what are you
Get
talking
together
about?
and have a pig roast.
Roger that.
That's delicious. That's delicious.
Be more fun to shoot them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I'll tell you
I
what.
mean-
I'll shoot them and we'll watch you clean them, Jim, and I'll cook them.
I'll tell you what, I hung them around the neck, pulled them up on the tree, shot them in the head with a 22, and just gut them straight down. After that, it was spit time. And Chris, the spit broke on me. You know how high those flames were?
I imagine it's full of grease. It's pretty high.
About 40 feet high. He wound up having to use the yard hose.
Well, have you ever guys done the pit way, where you do line the whole pit with rocks? You're
talking about a New Yorker comes down to Florida and thinks she's going to have a pig roast. You think I knew what the hell I was doing? No.
You do them in the pits. They've done it here for decades, and they do the same thing with the cattle when they have the big here in San Juan Capistrano, at least during Swallows Day. There's a big parade here, but it's the Swallows Day Fiesta Association. They used to put on a barbecue, and it would be the beef, but they'd also do the pork. And then what they do is out in the ranch, they have all these pits are all pre-dug, but then they're covered over. And then what you'll do is you'll put them all in. You get the orange wood and everything. They'll put it in there and get that thing really hot. The rocks all heated up. You'll gut them and have them all stripped, and then you wrap them in banana leaves.
Yeah.
And then you put them in there and you cover the top and you let them roast in there for about 14 hours.
That's the way the Hawaiians do it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that pig comes out and the cattle come out. I'll tell you what, you want to see the beef fall apart.
I like my way better when everybody's pouring their beer on it.
yeah. Chris is trying to drive down the center of the road again.
No, I got a guy from wanting. Well, I got to behave since I'm on Roddy's YouTube stream. I can't say what I want to say. But I'm fixing. Let's put it this way: I'm fixing to let him go around me so we can get off my rear end.
Ah, gotcha.
Just hit your brake lights.
Well, I'm in my other truck and it's got a tattletale, so I don't play too rough in this pickup.
You know, that's alcohol. That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah,
Is that the tattletale? Is that the camera?
it's a geotab. It's got a They know where this truck's at 24/7. They know when it stops, if it stops hard, if I back up first. They know everything about it.
Is this a company truck?
Yes, yes. Sir.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
That makes sense now.
So I'm gentle. I'm pretty gentle, and we get a report once a week on how we drive.
I was getting worried there for a minute. I thought he was maybe some kind of criminal or something.
I thought it was the wife checking up on him.
Come on,
That
man.
doesn't
You mean
prove that he's not.
this is typical? He wants to run me down and pass me so he can make a right-hand turn.
Oh my goodness! Really?
He just turned right. He just turned right. Yeah, it's a good thing we're on Rodney Stream. We can make a YouTube story out of what I wanted to say.
If I had $1 for every time that's happened to me in New Jersey, I'd be able to buy another battery.
Just one or several, Dennis?
At least one. At least one.
Jim, I got to know something. You said that you hung the pig by its head and then you shot it? And then you shot the pig?
No. Actually, he was shot with a 22 in the head first, and then we hung him up and then cut him straight down the middle.
I was fixing to say, I won't be messing with you much if you did it like that.
Yeah.
No telling where that 22 would wind up.
That's pig abuse.
Pig abuse, yeah.
Pig abuse. Oh,
Yep.
Believe me, there in Texas, if there was such a thing as pig abuse, they wouldn't be enforcing it. That's for sure.
I was surprised a little old 22 would take him out right through the skull. Took him out.
You hit them just right. They drop like them alligators do.
Chris, they have that thing. What they call it? They call it like an armored plate on their side.
Yeah, right in here.
Yeah,
you got to hit them.
44 Magnums won't even take them out.
Yeah, you got to hit them between the eyes, man.
Yeah.
Hit them between the eyes, or hit them with a 7 mag behind the shoulder blade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking notes.
Lon says killing a pig with a 22 is a big deal. It was a headshot and took him out fast.
Yeah.
Boom. See, the whole thing was I didn't want to have to drag him too far. He was a big boy. Let him get there on his own where you want him, then you shoot him.
right next to where their spit is. No, a little closer.
Oh, so that's where your neighbor's pig went.
If they had one, yeah, that's where it would go.
His pet pig. You called him over there and then put him down.
That's what we do best, B-Mac.
That's right, B-Mac.
That's Brian. You guys know Brian. You've seen him.
In case you can't see it, Chris, he says, ruining my Sunday, I can't get nothing done. He's talking about this live stream.
Uh-oh.
It is a live stream. Oh, there he is. You froze for a second there, Christopher.
Yeah.
That's Ron. They're catching the road.
I got some whoopty-doos right now. I'm going up and down.
Oh, that must be what it is, the whoop-de-doos.
Well, those will do it to you, right, Ron?
They will.
Yeah.
They most certainly will.
I love that frozen picture there, Chris, right there. Perfect for the post office.
I gotta say something though. With this Verizon, I'm actually getting texts and stuff in the house.
Oh.
I wasn't getting it with AT&T. I wasn't getting it with Cricket Wireless, but for some reason, they must have a lot of towers or something, because I'm actually getting... the only time I could use the damn phone was if I came out into the garage.
What kind of phone is it?
It's a Samsung Note 9.
Did you enable the wireless calling and stuff?
I've got Magic Jack on there also, which is internet calling.
Ah, okay.
That wireless works pretty good for when I'm over in Wyoming. Half the time I can't make a phone call, but if I'm inside the lodge with the Wi-Fi, you can call and text really well.
That's the same thing I have here. Well, with AT&T for years, they had it. I'm on what they call their microcell, which connects to the router, and we received a notice here about a month ago. What's that?
I wanted to ask you boys something, and I'm serious because I don't want this. And Rodney, you know I've been through this with this other Samsung Tab A,
Right.
which could not handle a YouTube, a GoPro, the Go4 app. But now they sold me on this stupid Tab A again, and it's $20 a month. And he's telling me that it'll take the Go4 app and do live streaming because it's got a cell card in it.
You got a SIM card in it, right?
Yeah. But does anybody have this piece of junk? I want to return it.
I don't know. Oh, mine's a Tab S. I'm sorry. I was going to say this is a Tab A, but it's a Tab S.
Unless they've improved, Jim. I had one 2 years ago. They sold me on the same thing, and it was about 2 days later. I took it back.
All right, then that's what I'm going to have to do. I mean,
won't even handle it.
I didn't want it.
You know,
iPad.
I told the guy, I said, I got a Samsung already. I got an NVIDIA Shield, and I got the damn iPad Mini 4. But I had to spend all the money till I got the Mini 4, you know.
I don't know which one this is. It looks bigger than yours, but it takes the Go4 app. But when I tried to use it, it was just too slow. The latency for the video was, I mean, it was bad. So I just quit using it and bought me an iPad Mini 4.
I used the Shield for a while. I was not that happy with it. So
you cannot. I made the mistake of updating the firmware on the Shield. Don't do that. If you leave it on Android 5, you're fine. If you update it to Android 7, you're shit out of luck. It goes half green screen on you on the Go4 app. So I'll just
Now he's back.
He's back.
There's that bro.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Here's let me see if I can.
So Lon, the one I have is too low budget.
That, Chris, I don't know if you can see this. This is what I called my twofer in California.
He froze again.
Oh crap! That's the one.
Nice.
I shot one in the head and went through him like a Kennedy assassination and hit the second one in the chest.
Oh my goodness!
That was with a 7 mag. Yeah.
Whoa!
That's what they're good for.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Called it my twofer shot.
Shoot him, Ron. Shoot him, Ron.
Shoot him.
I like it. I like him twofer shots. My grandpa, I never will forget, we go turkey hunting out there in Cisco, Texas, and he'd take a coffee cup full of corn and he'd pile it up. And he'd wait till there's 3 or 4 turkeys in there eating it at one time. And he only used no long time 12 gauge. You remember them?
Yeah.
Single shot 12 gauge?
Uh-huh.
He'd get 2 or 3 in one shot. And he was done for the day.
Wow.
2 or 3.
Yeah, I remember that day. I was on my friend's property. He said there were 4 of them laying there sleeping together. He said, go ahead and take one of them. We're about 300 yards, and I cracked one off, and he's like, Ron, I told you to only shoot one. I said, I did. He goes, why? 2 ran away and 2 didn't. There's a problem. We ate well at work the next day.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's camp meat, Ron. You don't have to use a tag.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I wonder if Tiffany's still in the chat. Tiffany, are you still in the chat?
How long have I had this, Rodney? Is it a year?
Yeah, I think it's over a year.
Over a year.
You're not putting it in the dishwasher anymore, are you?
I think about a year is what I've had for mine.
I never did put it in dishwasher. I hand wash it. It's my everyday. It's my everyday carry.
Oh.
Paul's
You're supposed to what?
That's good, Chris. Just a quick rinse, and that's all it needs.
I might wash mine once a month. Rinse it out every day, but just give it a good wash once a month.
Hot
Yeah,
water.
whether it needs it or not.
well,
They used to do in the military.
It's just stainless stuff.
take the advice of an old
Yeah,
sailor.
makes the coffee better.
Never, ever wash a coffee cup out. You
See?
ruin the flavor of the coffee. You
I'm
can
not a
rinse
sailor,
it
but I
out.
believe
You can rinse it out,
that.
but if you wash it, that's it. Coffee will never taste the same after that.
Recovery
Is that
drone.
right?
Recovery One drone. That's what I was also thinking when Remote ID comes out. Having this Samsung Tab A would be able to connect cellular in the air. So I thought I was being ahead of the game. But if Lam's telling me that the processor can't handle it, it ain't man enough.
Do you know what the processor chip is in it?
No, I don't. How do I know? Well, I guess there's a little manual to it.
It's the Samsung.
They're going to charge another line charge, Jim, aren't they?
Yes, Ron.
What's the
Tab
model?
A.
SM something. What's the model, Jim?
What version?
SMT 307 UZNA.
And that was a Tab A?
Yes, sir.
Let me.
Steve, it says SMT 730
Hold on, right there. SMT 30
7U.
7 UZNA.
Dennis, you're going cuckoo.
I stand up, little guy.
I need to send one of them to Adrian.
Yeah, Pete, you could try Google, and then Google will say the thing works, and then all these other guys who fly drones with them will say it's a piece of crap.
I can tell you what processor's in there anyway.
It just takes you to the Verizon site when I type that in, the first one. Let me
That's
see
the
what
Verizon
else.
specific model. I wouldn't trust it.
Like I said, Jim, it was 2 years ago. You know, have they improved? I don't know, and I was just first starting to fly drones. But man, I couldn't. The DJI Go 4 app kept freezing up. I went right back out that afternoon, bought a iPad Mini. Everything worked perfect.
Same here, yeah. I wound up with trying out two others. It says it's Tab A 8.4 inch, 32 gigabyte. Pre-installed SIM. I haven't even turned it on because I don't
It's a
want
1.8 gigahertz processor, 8 core.
How much RAM does it have, Dennis?
32? You just said, I thought.
No,
I
RAM.
think you said 3 gig.
3 gigs.
Yeah.
All right.
Battery life 12 hours.
Because most of mine, like that other set, only has 2 gigs of RAM, and you fill that up in a second. Just with the crap they load on it.
I don't see the number of nits either.
Oh, I doubt it's more than 400,
Oh,
if it even gets that.
let me interrupt something before I forget. Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
remember when we got these?
Yes.
See what I did to mine?
You put, what is it?
Skin
They're
pads.
rubber paddings.
Yeah?
It doesn't slide now.
Ah.
I use it to put my phone on like this,
Right.
and before it would slip off. And it would slide real bad. So I put these rubber pads on it.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to try that.
Works well. You too, Chris. You got one.
Yes, sir. I got one.
Yep, it's sitting in our family room, and I've got the cord going through it. So if I need to, I just put it there, and it's right there on the table.
Got there on my desk in my office.
Handy little item.
That was very nice of Jerry to do that.
It was. That was.
You know, him and his
Now,
brother
that-
was. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny.
I was just going to say that tab A will support a 512 gig SD card. That's nice.
It will.
That should give you plenty of memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, like you guys are saying, like that that Go Fly app is so memory hungry because there's so much going on with it. I'm wondering if that tab, would handle that, or just the Go 4 app.
Well, it's a limited. It's a more limited app. Why would that be more CPU intensive than the?
That's what everybody's saying, though.
Is it? I don't
Yeah.
keep up because I don't have one.
I think it's partially because that ADSB is incorporated into it, and some other things, but they say it's more memory hungry.
Yeah, the only thing I've flown it on is on my phone. I haven't flown it on my tablet yet. So
Right.
I've only flown with my phone, and it runs fine on my. And this is a 8 Plus iPhone.
We lost Chris again.
Yeah, so it's running fine on this, and the newer iPad Mini, which is the 2019 model, that's got the A12 processor, which should hopefully run it okay.
Mine is the 2017 model, I think.
Hey, Chris, can you say something? Chris, can you hear us? Hey, Chris, can you say something?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
I hear the road more than I hear you.
I think he's in a bad area.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm coming into a town. You think it'd get better?
Yes, you would think it would be better.
Now you're
You work-
using logic.
You working today, Chris?
Well, yes. I got a 4-hour road trip. I'm about an hour from my destination. I gotta make a pit stop up here and drop some stuff off, so I don't leave it at the motel tonight. So this is my first outing since the corona went down. As far as I've come out here before, but I haven't stayed in motel since February. So we shall see. If I get sick, y'all know where I've been.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what town are you going to?
I'm going to there's a little town called Bryson, Texas. Bryson.
Okay.
And yes,
Apparently,
you
there's
are.
there's no cell service in Bryson.
One of its main features. No
Well,
cell-
that's like the problem here is over the years I was on Verizon. Verizon then started tuning all their antennas down to point down to the harbor, and being on the inland side of the freeway, they started losing any of the signal. Well, AT&T, which I went to, was the same thing. Well, now we just got a notification, but the hearing has been canceled as AT&T is going to put a cell site like about 2 blocks away from me. There's a church right up against the freeway, and they have 2 other towers in there, and they're not palm trees, they're pine trees. So they look like a pine tree going up. And so they were going to put it in and says, oh no, we're not going to do it because we know people are going to want to comment on this. So they delayed it. I'm going, no, put them in. Plus it's a moneymaker for the church, because they're making right now about $8,000 a month on the 2 towers that they have in there for allowing the companies to be on their property.
Yeah, my uncle allowed. It wasn't Verizon. It was AT&T.
Sprint,
No, it's not Sprint. What was it back in the day?
Metro PCS.
Yeah, I think maybe it was Metro PCS. part of his plan for them to put the cell tower up there, and then he was getting like, I don't know, $900,000 a month at the time.
Yeah.
So,
I have another friend of mine. They're in the city of Orange, which goes right up against Anaheim, and it's right off a major highway. It's the 55 freeway, which goes from Costa Mesa to go out to Riverside out to the 91. And he's got 2 towers there, and they're collecting about $8,000 a month for their 2 towers to be on their property.
hey, what time does Mel go live?
6 o'clock Central.
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want to step on his stream, so.
That's Jacksboro. Can y'all see that? That's Jacksboro County Courthouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay, y'all seen Jacksboro, Texas now.
All right.
Check it out.
Hey, I've always wanted to go there.
I mean,
I carried Dennis and it was Hightower, wasn't it Jim Hightower? I carried y'all to Monroe Wells that time, showed you the Baker Hotel.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I'm surprised I didn't get pulled over for that because I had the iPad up on the dash and I was narrating and everything.
What's that sound in the background?
That's my tires. Yeah, that's Peace, officer. You get it? You get it? You get it, peace officer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna cut out, guys, because it's gonna the next. It won't be like this till I get to the motel and get on Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in there, Chris.
See you later,
Good to
Chris.
see everybody.
Brother.
Everybody in the chat that I can't see, y'all have a good evening.
See you, Chris.
Take care,
take
Chris. Be careful.
Bye-bye.
Playing a little AC/DC on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's jamming going down through town.
Well, boys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this one.
All right,
All right.
sir.
Okay.
Thanks for inviting me.
Appreciate y'all for coming in, and yes, Dennis, you're welcome. You're always welcome. All you guys are always welcome. So
Thank you, Rodney.
you're welcome, Ron.
No.
And Ron, you do notice that Jim is here for the first time in about 6 months.
Because it's not 5:40 in the morning.
He does have a point there.
True.
And that's why I'm not there, except for the one day I caught in at the tail end of your show. You
Yeah,
invited me in. And that's because I had to get up to go to the bathroom, and I'm going, hey, what the hell? I'm going to see if Rodney's got his coffee chat on. And sure as heck, he was still going.
Yeah. But Jim was a regular, though.
I know.
But and he's right. It's when he was part of the Sunrise stream, he was already up. So
Yeah.
But I tease him about it, and
That's
it's
fine.
always good fun.
I was looking at the sunrise and sunset times, and we've achieved, by the way, our earliest sunrise now for the year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But the difference between today, or it wasn't the difference between earlier this week and December the 31st is 4 hours and 25 minutes.
wow.
Holy moly.
4 hours of sunlight difference here in Georgia between now and
Well,
December. Isn't that
We hit
amazing?
that point, Rodney, that we all came together.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
that's when you dropped out, and me and Michael, we kind of took turns doing it because there was at one point when my sunrise was before you and Michael both.
A couple
Yeah.
of weeks, 3 weeks or so. Yours was before Michael's.
Yeah.
Well, Paul's the earliest, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not by much. Even today, he was, I have it written down, he was 8 minutes ahead of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do those streams. I mean, what are you going to do? A 10-minute
is.
stream?
Yeah, because I watching Paul. I'm working my way through. I saw Paul's this morning, and I saw Mikey's this morning. I'm working on to getting to Chris's and to, well, not to Chris, but first to Dennis, and then over to Chris to see their flights. I saw them.
We had a full crew this time. It was Drone Bum, and then Philly,
Yeah.
and then me, and then Rosie and Mel both flew.
Yeah.
Did Jim Hightower go up too?
And
He
then
did.
Chris and
Yeah.
then Jim. Yeah, we had a full crew.
Yep.
A
So,
lot of
That
shows
is-
to watch.
Yeah,
It's so
it's good.
cloudy here. You wouldn't see anything anyway.
You know
Yeah,
what? It was
well,
100%
said
cloudy.
earlier,
It was
it's been
absolutely
raining there.
beautiful.
So.
I
That's
tell you,
what
the,
we
Hey,
had.
Dennis.
What?
the trooper though is Rick Halber. Man, he's
He gets the prize.
he's
Well,
there every morning.
as I said, he's a vampire. He's kept it a secret all this time. He just stays awake all night long, and then he just hibernates during the day.
Yeah, he was in here a little while ago. I don't know if he still is. He may have drifted off to sleep, but
Yeah.
no,
It's like
it shows he's
yesterday,
still
Rodney. I was up and showered and ready for work by 6 a.m. I don't have to be there till 8. I'm only 5 minutes away, so I get up and get ready so I can come on and join you guys on Saturdays.
So Ron, Curtis Dart has asked a question that involves you.
I didn't do it. So the elephant in the room. How long does it take to read his Facebook messages? Obviously, I need to go to Facebook and find out.
Facebook? What was that?
I
How
was
do you
just
spell
honored.
that?
He friended me the other day, but I don't remember getting a message from him.
Yeah, there's an app for that, Ron.
All right, wise guys.
Well, we got to give him a break. He did wake up only just about an hour and something ago. So
Seriously, I'm looking at Messenger right now, and
I don't use Facebook the way it's intended. I use it only for Messenger.
actually, I
Once-
don't have anything from him.
Once in a while, I'll go check a post.
Uh-oh.
Never heard of Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
I've never heard of him.
Claude.
No, of Jake Paul on here.
I don't think so.
Claude, I owe you an apology. I saw you come in a while back. I apologize for not calling you out, buddy.
call him out now.
I did. I just did. Call him
Claude,
out.
you're called out.
I'm calling you out now, Claude.
But in a good way, right?
In a good way. Yes, absolutely.
Just sent a second message, he says.
Okay, I got a yo.
Oh, that was important.
Now we know it takes like, 5 seconds or something for him to read his messages. Any other questions?
Yeah, there are a lot of fakes on YouTube lately,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially in your comments. A lot of one-word names like Tom.
Or like Dan, boom, poo.
The comment is usually something like, let's be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it about
So I have to stop
Skylum?
using that line.
Don't use it. Too many people out there. Unless I know them, specifically, or we've connected somehow on the outside becoming it. It's just like you get all these, number one, suggested friends by Facebook, which just go right over those.
Oh, yeah, right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Dennis,
That's what I want is an application to suggest what friends I should have.
Yeah, really.
yeah. Dennis, did you have any thoughts on that octa-core 1.6 or 8, whatever the hell this tab
I
is?
don't have any thoughts on it at all. I have no idea. 8-core is pretty good for a tablet nowadays. But 1.8 gigahertz sounds awfully slow to me.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking 2.4 at least. But
Oh wow. Claude's saying
Jim.
the guy was charged for looting and riot in Scottsdale.
Good.
Yeah. Ray's saying Jake Paul may be a young YouTuber with over 10 million followers.
Hope they burn him at the stake.
Yeah. Well, like here in LA, because of all this health issue and everything here, you're arrested and then you're just released. Well,
Is my image frozen?
you lost your video, Ron, and your audio if you don't answer. What's 3 GB, Jim?
Sorry, guys.
3 gigabyte.
For what?
That's the amount of RAM on that tablet.
Oh.
There's Ron.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
lost
don't know if
audio
it's
too.
coincidence or not.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that tablet, and it happens to have that much, so that's probably what
Okay.
that's.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like I'm going to be cooking dinner tonight. So, yeah, going to be cooking fajitas. Be the first time ever I've cooked fajitas. So I hope I sliced the meat right.
Well, wait a second here. Ron dropped off, and he's the only one that we know that can get a helicopter there quick enough in case there's a food poisoning problem.
Well, hopefully he'll pop back in here in a moment.
You have a bathroom close by. You'll be using it.
Recovery one, that thing said it had 3 gigabytes of RAM, and then hang on, I still have this open.
For the 2020 model.
32 gig of storage.
And 20 of it is usable.
Yeah, user available memory is 20.5 gig, and maximum supported capacity of SD card is 512 gig. 1.8 gigahertz. Color depth is 1920 by 1200, 16 million colors.
And don't forget, they're charging $300 for it.
I was going to ask you, you said it was, I don't remember how much per month, but it was $20 a month, I think you said. So
$20 a month, and they're charging $300, but they say because I brought my own phones, I'm getting 150 certificate for each phone. So that'll pay for but that doesn't come till July 13th or something. I don't know. The whole thing sounds like just a scam to me. I mean, for Christ's sake, I hardly make phone calls.
It's a sales pressure thing. They find out what you want to do, or they find out a little information on you, and then it's nothing but a sales. That's why
I don't need another tablet sitting around here doing nothing.
That's why I went and bought my own tablet, and I took it in, and what I did is I had a hotspot that I use for work, and I go, well, I don't really need the hotspot if I have my upgraded phone now, because I'll use my upgraded phone for the hotspot. So all I did is they took it over, and it's $10 a month for having that chip installed on my own iPad, and that's what it is for the extra cost for having the cellular service on there. $10 a month to the plan.
Well, Jim, it might work out just great for you. It absolutely could, but that just seems a little bit limited to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and knowing what I want to use it for, I'm like, if I load this crap up, then they're going to say, well, you've used the thing. You can't bring it back now.
Yeah.
That's my trepidation here, Dennis.
Yeah.
I would, if your other iPad's working, I would just stick with that.
Yeah.
Unless you have to update to the newer processor, because I have both of them. I had the other one that I bought, which was before Spin Up 1, so I've had it for a couple of years. Once the Go4 app had updated a couple of times, I started seeing glitching, and I'd get dropout problems with it. And then I started doing a little research, and people were saying that the processor was not being able to keep up with the upgraded Go4 app. So I go, well, hell, I haven't even owned it a year, and now I've got to update. So it it was my birthday, and I got some bunch of cash gifts. So I went down and I bought it, and then I just took it down. And like I said, I just got the card put in it, and works fine now.
Here's my thing, though, Steve. As long as I can tether this Samsung, as long as I can tether this to the iPad Mini, I should be able to live stream just fine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need the extra tablet. That'll make a third damn tablet sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
I did when I did my never mind. When I did my live stream out at the church, I was actually using the church's Wi-Fi. So
Yeah, and when I was doing my live streams, I would use my Wi-Fi from the house.
yeah. So
Yeah, because the new Mini has the A12 processor in it,
yeah.
which before it was the A10, I think.
Yeah. Well, hey boys, I hate to break this conversation up, but I need to
You got to go cook. You got to go cook dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're trying to help you with your diet.
My wife helps me with my diet, believe me.
I'm sure that she does.
There are so many things that I am just craving for.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of willpower not to like popcorn. Ugh.
Well, you can have all my popcorn.
Well, my wife will hate you. You do that, If you give me all your popcorn, she won't like you anymore, Dennis.
If I give you all my popcorn, you won't be any fatter.
Well, see, the popcorn is not so much that it's fattening as it is it raises the blood sugar.
Yeah.
Popcorn does.
Oh, Jim popped out.
He was waving goodbye.
Oh,
Bye, Jim.
bye, Jim. Sorry, bud. I hope I didn't make you mad. But anyway,
No,
guys, I do need to get going.
See ya. Take care.
Take care, Rodney. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
Nice to see you,
both
Steve.
of
Nice
you.
to see you, Rodney.
good.
Good to
everyone
see
in the
you, Dennis,
See you
and
next time.
everybody in chat. Good to see everybody. Take care, and I hope you have a good week.
Yeah, you too, Steve. Dennis, take care. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being in the chat. I do appreciate it. Again, this was an impromptu live stream, and as BMAC says, he doesn't like them because he can't get nothing done, and he's probably sitting back blaming me for it, and that's okay. Anyway, y'all take care. Hope you have a great week. Be safe. Remember to wear your masks if you have to. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all have a good one now. Love y'all. Bye.